Hello? Just me. Just me. Welcome to the Husky Bible Podcast. By things against my control and other people's control. This is going to be a solo podcast. And already all of you left. This is Ariel. Hoping everyone is well. That was an interesting podcast from last week, wasn't it? Very, very interesting. I apologize if my attitude or the way I conveyed myself in front of everyone was not proper. Or if we freaked you out with, talking about people being freaks and whatnot. But then again, that's human nature, not justifying or saying it's okay, and just saying, if we look within ourselves, we would see the good and the bad, the ugly and the beautiful, and the mixed bag that all of us are. Hence why I try, emphasis on the word try, to not talk about other people's stuff, because like most people use, like if you watch YouTube, like it's especially with the political climate, especially here in the good old US of A, like the talking points is basically, here's how the other side is fucking up and we can call out their bullshit. And look, where there is bullshit, I guess you can call out, but to pretend that your side is hunky-dory, doing fine, and I'm not saying that they are saying that, but if you're gonna call bullshit on the other people, you better be prepared to have a discussion at least of your bullshit, because guess what? Human beings in general, this is not dedicated to a group or an ideology, a religion, a race, or anything. If you're human, chances are you got some bullshit in you. There's some bullshit in you. And there's bullshit rampant everywhere. The media, social media, work, hobbies. I mean, wherever humans dwell and are involved, chances are bullshit is present. And it's something that is out of your control, my control, everyone else's control, because guess what? This world is run on bullshit. Lies that we tell people, lies that we tell our children, lies that we tell ourselves. Those are the most dangerous ones, because we tend to lie to ourselves the most. Like we say sometimes that it's pumping up, and in some cases, yes, you do have to pump yourself up in order to do things because you don't want to do them. You have no intention, idea, or whatsoever to do something, yet because, well, bills need to be paid, situations need to be rectified, and another plethora of other things, you gotta do what you gotta do. So you gotta, like, BS yourself. Look at me trying to censor myself after I've been talking about bullshit for like 5 minutes now, or actually 3 minutes and some change now, after I've been talking about bullshit. And the thing is, bullshit is inevitable. Bullshit is not something that can be just washed away in any of us, because we need bullshit. We need bullshit to get people out of the way. How can I do an example? Like, for example, noisy neighbor, or a person that's trying to like overstay their welcome in your house when you have or haven't slept a full 8 hours of sleep, or 5 hours, or whatever, and you're sleepy as fuck and you would like to rest, and these people do not get the hint that you need to rest. I'm not talking about personal experience, but if it applies to you, you're welcome. Nobody visits me. Except Jonathan, I guess. Yeah, Jonathan's basically been... Him and my brother have been basically the only people that visit this apartment in Geekville, USA more than once. That's saying something about me, not them. Me. Remember, look, I've said this before, I'll keep repeating it again. My mantra in life has always been this above all, to thy own self be true. I know I'm quoting Shakespeare in Hamlet specifically, and that makes me, and when me saying that makes me sound like, oh, you're cultured, you're read. I heard it in Renaissance Man, a Danny DeVito movie directed by Penny Marshall, where the first appearance of Mark Wahlberg and a bunch of other guys, Kadeem Harrison, a bunch of other guys that were there in that movie. Yeah. So, wait, let me get another chug of water. I remember that quote from that movie because I'm a cinephile. I love movies. I don't watch them as much as I used to because life, me being alone here in Geekville, USA, and I say Geekville as a clarification to protect the location where I'm coming from because I don't know, I just don't want to go there. So yeah, here in Geekville, USA, me being alone, it's a little difficult for me to enjoy stuff. For example, we talked last week that I was finally hooked up to a PS4, not a PS4, not just a PS4, a PS4 Pro, mind you, and with 6 games, 4 controllers, a charging deck. Shout out to Jonathan for the hookup. We will get you economical compensation for that. Of course, it was not a free gift. It was with economical compensation, and he will be handsomely rewarded for that exchange. And I am grateful for bringing that entertainment console into the confines of this apartment here in Geekville, USA, which I keep repeating. And after a week of being able to play somewhat in, like, for example, after a stressful day of work, get to use the console, learning how to play these games because I haven't played a console game I don't know how long. Like, I used to have a PS3 back in DR. I gave it away when I moved here to my wife's little nephew. So, and I gave him a bunch of games too, a couple of controllers. And yeah, you would say like, well, PS3. I mean, the only thing it would do like power on and maybe get Netflix out of it, and that's pretty much it. Netflix and YouTube. Another jug of water, sorry. And well, it's something, and it's what I had, and it's either that or sell it to Goodwill or anything. I gave it to someone, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. I had some games for kids like How to Train Your Dragon, which my daughter actually enjoyed when she was smaller, and the kid is small, so I hope he enjoys that game. Anyway, so going back to the PS4 Pro and the games that I got, I played some of them, like maybe 3 of them. I mean, just to fill in time and rambling, and hence the reason why I'm talking so much garbage and nowhere coherent. But let's try to bring this home and stick the landing. The games are WWE 2K22, Spider-Man, Street Fighter 5, an NHL game, and I forgot the name of this game. I haven't played it. That's why I probably am not. I'm drawing a blank right now. Anyway, there's a few games there, and I've played some, mostly the WWE 2K22 game, and enjoyed the graphics, the move set, and all that other all that jazz. But I don't know how to say it. I mean, it's not that I'm not happy with the purchase. I am. Been waiting to get a console for a minute, but it's not fulfilling, if you know what I mean. And it's not supposed to be fulfilling. It's supposed to be entertainment, not fulfilling. Entertainment is not fulfilling. Entertainment is to entertain you for a while, get your head out of whatever distractions you have in the moment, and then continue on with your life. So, what am I trying to say with all this and with these long ass intros? Like we get stuff. We love stuff. We like to have stuff, and it seems to be the game of he who has the most stuff wins. He or she who has the most stuff wins. And I can tell you by experience, by living most of my life in a third world country, Dominican Republic, and I would call it a third world country because it is a third world country. Because if you have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to get electricity and water, and you do not get those services, and you have to yourself find a way how to get electricity when there is no electricity, and find your way also to get water when there is no water, then I guess, yeah, you can quantify that as a third world country. Also, when your expenses are A and your income, no, when your income is A and your expenses are Y, big discrepancy right there. So, you're pretty much in God's hands after that. You better start believing in God after that point, because you don't know where you're going to make that money, or get a loan, which it is the common way how do people survive or live off their freaking credit card. They live off their freaking credit cards and survive that way in the DR. So bringing back the DR. Why do I mention DR? I've been through experiences over there that not good, and most people that live there wouldn't tell you more or less the same. But by the grace of God, I mean, at least I own my own apartment. At least I had my own vehicle. Just had to take care of paying the bills, and then things happened that which I needed to ask for loans and whatnot. But through it all in all, God was good to me, and I can't complain because needs were met. My daughter never missed a meal. She never missed diapers when she was a baby, long last time ago. Her needs are still being met to this day. And I'm not there. I mean, I do send money and I do take care of business from here. But what am I talking about? I'm talking about, like, you worry about stuff, not having stuff. Mostly, and this is the reality, you worry about money. Because in this world, money is king. Everything is run by money. Every interest on this planet is run by money. Money talks and bullshit walks. That old saying. So the only common denominator that all of us humans have, doesn't matter the religion, doesn't matter the sex, the race, the color of our skin, doesn't matter. What all of us want, understand, and value, a common agreement all around the world: money. Money. Money is something that it seems that for the richest part of the world, it's something they can't get enough of. Because people who have billions upon billions upon billions of dollars still want more of it. And you're like, motherfucker, when is enough enough? Like, you have enough money to give the entire planet millions of dollars, and you still have enough. Guess who I'm talking about? And they feel like, nah, we just scratching the surface here on this money making thing. And I'm not gonna go with the socialist stuff like, oh, the money is not being distributed enough. And what? Look, if you earned it, you earned it. God bless. I ain't got nothing. What what am I telling? What am I saying with all this shit? It's like, look, pardon me if I impose my personal views in this, but I will say for what I know and what I've experienced in my life. I'm not rich. Yes, there was a time in my life that I was a little bit more privileged than I am now, but I never was rich. I've never been rich. I never know what that rich. I know how rich people live. I've seen how they live. I've seen how their economical thing is good. And God bless. I've never felt envious towards those who have a lot. I just try to assume the right way that they earned their way into that, or they inherited, or whatever. I don't know. None of my goddamn business. But me, I can tell you that in my personal case, I can't speak for the entire world. I can't speak for the entire planet. But in my personal case, I have everything that I have by the grace of God. Now, I apologize if that you find that offensive, using the name of God or imposing a religious view, but that's the way I see it. Like, you can, in your words, if you don't like the word God, you want to substitute it by the universe, life, or whatever. Go ahead. That's you. You do you. Me, on my end, I can only say God. And I've seen his hand over my life. Maybe not the way I want things to be done, but is that the point? To have things done the way you want them to? Or to be protected from a bigger evil if you go about it your way? So, I think about these things because there are a bunch of things, believe me. I am not near where I want to be in life. I'm 44 years old. I'm living away from my wife and daughter, who I miss terribly, both of them. I miss terribly. I miss them so freaking much. And I have a job that, let's say, I'm not pleased with because it's forcing me to do interactions with people that I don't know. And I'm an introvert and one that has a lot of difficulty doing communications with other human beings. And other human beings, for me personally, for, I don't know, since the age of 5, has been like the most hair-raising interactions that I've had to do in life, which is weird because we're all human. But my experience is that if there are such things as demons and devils and whatnot, my experience is that those beings are within humans. That will make me also a demon because guess what? I'm human too. So I'm not excluding myself from that elusive group. I'm actually adding myself into it because guess what? I'm human. So what am I rambling about? What am I talking about? What am I saying with all of this? It's like, look, I have difficulties in life and I don't get what I want always. But that's not the point of getting what you want. The point is, are you helping others? Are you being a source of help towards your fellow man? Are you a source of help towards your fellow man? Are you helping other people other than yourself? I haven't. I mean, what? Like, does my wife and daughter count? No, you're supposed to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, help maintain your household. You're supposed to do that. That's not being nice. Like, if you take care. I find it weird that we're now in a generation that sees men that take care of their wife and daughter or their family and their kids, they see them as, oh my God, such a good person. It's what we're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to get kudos for that. It's just what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to be unselfish. Like, if you have a family, like, if you decide not to have a family, that's on you. I don't judge. Whatever. You don't want to have a family. You don't want to get married. You don't want to have kids. Fine. Whatever. Fine. I'm not judging that. But if you have a family, if you have a spouse, and you have kids, guess what? You're supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to be there for them. You're supposed to take care of them. That's your job. That's basically your job description. So if you take care of them, you don't deserve any damn praise. I mean, if they want to give you praise, fine. But don't think of that as like you're God's gift on earth, or humanity's gift on earth, just because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's something like Jesus said. Like when you do something right, don't be acting up like, oh my God, look how good I am. I'm like, no, I'm a useless servant because I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is taking care of my people, taking care of the people that I love. And you do it out of love. And I don't know. There's some people that do that. I would like to think that the great majority does that. I would like to think that most people, take care of their business and take care of their families and take care of their kids. I would like to think that. And I know that there are some others that pretty much do not give a rat's behind about their kids, their spouses, or multiple spouses, or multiple people that they're hooking up with. And they're just out there, satisfying whatever low-level desires they have in their hearts and minds and their messed up bodies or whatever. Why am I preaching? It sounds like I'm preaching. I'm not trying to preach. I'm not trying to tell you how to live. What I'm just saying is that we're supposed to take care of each other. That's what I'm trying to say. We're supposed to take care of each other. We're supposed to show love towards one another, and not so much goddamn hatred. I'm tired of the hate from both sides, and I'm talking in that sense of the political side of the spectrum of the world. I'm tired of trying to find the bad guy in this whole thing. Like, the bad guys is us. Like, you want to cut it down to the bare minimum, and the basic thing is the bad guys are us. Okay? You look at the mirror, there's your bad guy right there. How do I know I'm the bad guy? Well, I don't help everyone. I don't give love to everyone. I'm a recluse. I'm an introvert. I have a pathological fear of humans. So I lock myself in an apartment and barely see any human interactions, maybe in the weekends when I go to church. And those are the only human beings that I'm practically interacting with, other than my wife and daughter, who I call on a daily basis. So this has been a weird one, weird podcast, but this is what happens when I'm alone. I tend to, push out whatever is floating in my head at the moment. I tend to talk about that and get weird. And, well, congratulations. That's what I am, a weird guy. No phallical jokes, no Stephen Hawking jokes. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really regret that one. It was funny, but I really regret that. Especially now dude is dead, can't defend himself. Anyway, I guess the TeePublic store, where you can get merch done by me, t-shirts, cell phone cases, stickers, magnets, whatever, hoodies. You can get there in the T Public store. The link will be in the description. The website, huskybarboo.com. My social media at Ariel Duran, that Ariel Duran, on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for suffering me for these 25 some change minutes. And thank you for listening to the Husky Barboo podcast. Take care. Bye.